glad to see you. Been wondering how you've been. Everybody's feeling fine, so let the fun begin. Howdy, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our 10th anniversary show. We're tickled to death to have you folks here. Paul Weller's on the fiddle. Gerald Evans Jr. with the mandolin. Mike Clevenger on the bass. Mark Rader with the guitar. My name's Joe Mullins. We can't tell you what a pleasure it is to have you folks here to help us celebrate our first decade in the bluegrass business. We have a program that lists dozens and dozens of names, but everybody here, we didn't know who all was going to show up. We wanted to put every name in the world on it because we owe so much to all you folks that have continued to come out and support what we've done the past 10 years. We have some of our dearest friends in the music industry here to share the evening with us tonight and to entertain you folks for the next several hours. And I know you won't be disappointed with what everybody has to offer this evening. A couple of announcements that I will make. If you haven't seen them in your program or in the lobby, there are no audio and video recorders allowed. There's no smoking, drinking, and all that good stuff here in the auditorium. The exits are well marked, and the auditorium asks that since we have a near-capacity crowd, we keep all the aisles clear. And enough formalities out of the way. We're just about ready for some more picking and singing. The first group that's going to entertain us this evening are some of our dearest friends on and off the stage. We've spent a lot of time with these guys the last 10 years. 10 years ago, as most of you folks are aware, we were fortunate enough to be a part of the staff at WPFB Radio here in Middletown. I say fortunate because that gave us the opportunity to promote folks like the ones we're going to introduce to you right now. These fellas, incidentally, here in 1993, celebrate their 20th year, and I think that deserves a nice round of applause.
Hallelujah. Hey. Merry Christmas.
It was about 10 years ago that we got so well acquainted with them. There was an album that came to WPFB Radio that had a little tune on it called Harvest Time. We played it on the radio once, and the phone lit up, and we played it again, and the rest of the phones lit up. And soon that was, for about a year, the most requested tune at the radio station. And that's just one of many of their big hits. That's just one of the many landmarks they have made in their past 20 years. Album after album by these folks has the consistency that is so deserving of the honors that they've been receiving for the last 20 years. I want you to make welcome some of our closest friends. A nice hand for the lost and found.
Well, I've been here a month or more, stuck in this old city. People who have to call it home, they're the ones I pity. Lord, I'm homesick. Blues are the only songs I ever sing. Well, I get down and I walk the streets till I get blisters on my feet. I'm southbound. Sitting by the window, I can't sleep 'cause I can't sleep. I listen to the train blow and I begin to find. You hear that great big engine roaring down the line. Well, I'm going back and spend some time rocking that from when I ain't got a dime. I'm southbound. Southbound, she's a burning the ground, and I don't mean maybe. Sure am glad I caught this train. I want to see my baby, Lord, I'm lonesome. I long to see those hills that I come from. Listen to the engine rattle and roar, taking me back home once more in Southbound.
Thank y'all. Y'all ready? Thank you.
My soul, it still burns where you touched me last night. You hugged me and walked out the door. We've been pretending that we're only friends, but tonight we can be something more. Just being around you is making me warm. One touch and I know that I'll melt in your arms. There's no way to stop this burning desire, because there's nothing as hot as a slow burning fire.
That feel good tonight.
You look in my eyes just a little too long before I can turn away. And lately I've caught you staring at me with a new kind of look on your face. Just being around you is making me warm. One touch and I know that I'll melt in your arms. There's no way to stop this burning desire, because there's nothing as hot as a slow burning fire. Just being around you is making me warm. One touch and I know that I'll melt in your arms. There's no way to stop this burning desire, because there's nothing as hot as a slow burning fire. Because there's nothing as hot as a slow burning fire.
Bless y'all.
I'm leaving here today, my pickup's packed and ready. I'm all prepared to truck on down the line. And all that I can take of Mobile, Alabama, nothing you can do will change my mind. Sold my stereo and the tools down at the truck stop. Quit my job and picked up my last pay. At the drive-in where you work, I told the other car, tell all the guys that you are free to play.
Don't waste a single tear by crying on your pillow.
I'm leaving now no matter what you do.
I'm not staying here and being a fool forever.
Day I'm leaving you, Mobile too. There's a pretty blue-eyed girl by the Mississippi River, a little town just north of Baton Rouge, 2 state lines away from Mobile, Alabama, where I made the sad mistake of loving you. She's waiting there for me, her heart is pure and tender. She knows how to satisfy her man. They say the work is good out there in Louisiana, so coming back to you ain't my plan.
Don't waste a single tear by crying on your pillow.
I'm leaving now no matter what you do.
I'm not staying here and being a fool forever.
Today I'm leaving you in Mobile too. Yeah,
Today I'm leaving you in Mobile too.
Thank y'all a bunch. We appreciate it very much. And what a delight it is to be in town for the occasion and to be with a lot of friends, both on this side and this side too. And it's a real treat for us. We want you all to know how much we appreciate your friendship that you've shown us over the years. And to Joe Mullins and all these fellows, what a great occasion to celebrate in a night and being this close to Christmas. Gosh, I'm kind of in the spirit. How about y'all? Are you? Well, in fact, I started getting in the spirit this evening about 2 o'clock, I believe it was, somewhere along there. I was trying to keep up with Russell Elmore, and there ain't no way in the world you can do it.
He's more jolly than Santa right now.
I want you
ain't
to know he's a two-handed man, walks around like this, that's ready for anything. I don't crazy. He's a dilly though. We want to enjoy ourselves and have some good times with you folks tonight, and whatever it takes, if you want to clap your hands and throw a rock, holler, hoop and squall, just carry on. After all, it's Saturday night, and you've heard of people not knowing much. Well, we don't expect anything, but we want to have some good times with you. All of you folks, just about since we've been coming here for the last couple of years, have met Linwood Lunsford before. I want y'all to know he's just back from a big hunting trip. He's been out of circulation for about 2 weeks and a half, something like that. He's been rutting like the deers. He's been ripping and going and carrying on.
I got the meat, didn't I?
I won't touch that.
He didn't tell him he'd been rutting.
But he picks the banjo our style, and we like him real good. What do you folks think about Linwood Lunsford from Roxborough, North Carolina? How about it?
I believe I see some Indiana folks there.
Bunch of them.
Oh, Bucko here. Save that for Ralph. You know, I wonder if Santa Claus picked the banjo, and if he ever has the blues, what would it sound like? Oh, Santa with the blues. Thank you. Thank you, folks, very much for that nice, warm applause. While we're introducing people, we've done that side of the stage. Just go over to my far left and your far right. Joe, that was a nice introduction, Joe Mullins. Thank you, by the way. And he talked about the group has been together 20 years. It is true. 2 of us have been standing in our spots for 20 years now. And I want to introduce you to a fellow who's holding the big bass fiddle over here. He's wrote some songs that have turned out to be bluegrass standards, we think. One of them is called Love of the Mountains. We're going to get him to sing for you. He's a good bus driver. He's one of my dearest friends in the world, and I want you to give him a warm, wonderful applause if you could. His name is Alan Mills. Give him a big hand, please. He's also a good MC. He'll be talking to you shortly.
The trees on the hillside of the mountain, always looking up towards the sky, remind me of my papa and my mama, who lived there 80 years before they died. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. 2 graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. the sizzle of the green wood on a fireplace, the falling snow around the redbud tree, the branches of the laurel by the creek bed, and the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Papa used to talk about the young days when he and Mama first was settled there. He spoke about the love of the mountains that he and Mama shared together there. Now the bright moon is shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today.
Al Mills, yeah.
I thank you all a bunch. Appreciate it. I enjoy singing that song today as much as I did in 1974 when we first put it together. And it's something I want to share with you folks that we're real pleased with tonight. We've had the chance to work with the folks at Rebel Records since 1980. And I had long asked the folks at Rebel to consider traditional grass. And finally Joe come down and hit them over the head. And Dave Freeman told me just a week or two back, said, "Sure, I'm glad you brought those fellows to my attention." We've got one of the record executives here tonight, and he and his lovely wife. If you could, please get Gary Reed and Susan to stand up wherever you are, and get you to be recognized here somewhere. Gary and Susan, here. Gary Reed's our record producer from Rebel Records. Appreciate you making him welcome here tonight. This gentleman with a guitar, I had longed to work with and listen to him sing because he had a wonderful voice, and is always delightful anytime you take him on the road anywhere, whether it be to a party or just sitting around the house or working, doing anything. He's a fantastic young fella, and I like the way he sings. I hope you folks will enjoy Barry Barry and his farmer's daughter tonight. Would you? How about it? Make it fun.
Good looking, boy.
Tonight there'll be candlelight and roses in this little country chapel that's almost falling down. There'll be tears in this old farmer's eyes, they say, when I give my one possession to that city boy from town. His hair is a little longer than we're used to, but I guess I should find something good to say about this man who's won the farmer's daughter and will soon become my son-in-law today. Mama left 8 years ago in December, and it was hard a dad and mama too. Somehow we made home from this old farmhouse, and love was all my baby ever knew. He could be the richest man 7 counties. And not being good enough to take her hand. But he says he really loves the farmer's daughter. And I know the farmer's daughter loves the man.
One, two, three, four. We had good intentions. Let's go to G, fellas. Emergency plan number 1. Plan 2 is go to A, ain't it? Wonder how long it takes for him to put a string on, I'm wondering.
Elmore's put it on, Winslow.
Oh, Russ Menhouse is helping him, so it'll take a little longer, so we better do this. We're having arrangements on the spot, just hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet y'all think we rehearsed that, don't you? Seven weeks.
Oh, I love her and I just can't live without her. And I've got the urge to tell the world about her. But our love's a secret, can't see the light of day. But I went and wrote this love song anyway. Her name is, her eyes are, her hair is just like, and she measures. Someday I'll fill in the lines when she and I are free, and we'll walk in the sunshine and me.
That's one way to get in tune.
Sound like Linwood knows her pretty good, don't it?
Real close.
Well, it really is a shame and disgrace to have to call your woman, what's her face? Our love's a secret, can't see the light of day. Now I went and I wrote this love song anyway. Her name is, her eyes are, her hair is just like, and she measures. Someday I'll fill in the lines when she and I are free, and we'll walk in the sunshine and me. Someday I'll fill in the lines when she and I are free, and we'll walk in the sunshine and me. Her name is.
Oh, what a way to get out of something. I never seen a beat it. Kind of like them Christmas jingles he was getting into there. Especially since I've been getting in the mood for a while there. Sounded good.
I like it when you get in the mood.
Me too. That's right. I've been in.
Did
so
he say
friendly.
mood or mood?
I've been friendly all afternoon. Here. Looking forward to later on in the evening too. One of our better accepted songs that we've been singing over the years, we recorded in 1982 in an album. We had tried to record it as early as 1980, I think, and didn't get a take on it. And got in the studio and I wanted to do this because of the related stories. It's of a couple of people I knew in real life in a little town I was raised up near Danville, Virginia. A gentleman and a lady were very instrumental in the Pentecostal Holiness Church. They were never married, but they were sweethearts. The gentleman was a Sunday school teacher. Lady taught the young girls Sunday school class. But she passed away when she was about 40 years of age, about 1954, 55. Gentleman lives on today, to my knowledge. We titled the song, Wild Mountain Flowers for Mary. We grew up living close to each other, went to school and played side by side, and I longed for the day I would ask her if she would be my bride.
I picked some
Wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Her daddy died when she was very young, and she never knew love from a man. And I tried hard to show her that I loved her, and tried to make her mother understand.
I picked some
Wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Now Now my days of youth are gone, but I am happy, and my time's not very far away. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and placed them on her grave today.
I picked some
Wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today. But she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. She said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. I thank y'all very much. Appreciate it. You folks accepting that song and liking it over the years. It's another person that I want to recognize that has been a friend of ours for a long, long time. Came up from Virginia with us, and I hope she's here in the audience somewhere. I'd like you folks to meet her. Thank you so much, and howdy.
It's a Christmas drink. That's got the spirit in
Vodka.
it. Has that got the spirit in it?
Send that back. That ain't what I had earlier.
Wrong
help,
cup.
The lady is a contributor to the music in more ways than one and has a permanent position with county sales down in Floyd, Virginia. Wrote a song that's very notable. It's been recorded by a lot of people called Slippers with Wings, and she is a sister to one of the fine songwriters of all time. Most of you people know Randall Hilton, and it's this gentleman's sister. Her name is Wanda Dalton. If you're here, Wanda, would you stand up and be recognized and give her a nice round of applause? Right over here. Somewhere in the course of the evening, you're going to need to talk to that gal. She's a sweet person.
I like to think of her.
Glad she came up to visit with us. It's time we called on the gentleman with the mandolin and recognized him, and we could not ever show our appreciation for a fellow that has lived a dream. I think when it comes, he said 20 years ago that he would like to play music for a living. He started off, he's a pretty good sized fellow. He's drawed up. As you can see now, he's down to nothing.
Had a big head of hair too, didn't it, buddy?
He had a big head of hair. He could almost stand with Dolly Parton at one time, hair-wise I'm talking about.
Alan, check out his tie.
I like standing with her right now.
Very debonair tonight. I want
Look
you
at
to know
his tie, would you?
he's got
Pull it out and show it, Dempsey.
he's
I mean,
fixed
your
up
tie
for
now.
Christmas here. Linwood's been in the truck today too, ain't he?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Where's your cup?
Might ought to give him a mouthpiece and a headband over there. Cover him up there. But
I wanted to do a little snooping tonight, or Mr. Snoopy.
20 years ago, he said he'd like to play music for a living, and I think it's probably been a dream come true for him this far. Done everything could be done with this group. Pushed the bus, held it up, worked on it, washed it, done everything. Musically, he's done it all too, and he's a fine, fine fella. One of America's premier mandolin players. His name is Dempsey Young. Say hello.
Thank y'all. Do this one for old Linwood. He's in the holiday spirit.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called Goofin.
Go on then.
We got to cut this stuff out, don't we?
That's his Roy Clark imitation. Good going, Roy.
And here comes old Buck Trent.
Ronnie Stoneman.
I like that. Merry Christmas, everybody. How do we do it? All right, big finish.
Fits us all, I guess. Some instrumental tunes that we have been in the studio and already recorded, and Dempsey and Linwood's been getting some things together. Hopefully for the coming year of 1994, we'll have an instrumental project and another project of some songs as we look forward to the year of 1994. And while I'm mentioning looking forward to things, of course the night's not over yet, but the big celebration, we get a chance with Traditional Grass to do our annual New Year's Eve party at Willards and Jeans, and we hope that y'all will come down to visit with us for that. It's going to be a big time, not that far off, and we're looking forward to having a heck of a good time. Here's a tune that Joe Mullins mentioned to you about. It's been one that we've done just about every show since we recorded it over the years, and still like to do it. And thanks to you folks for making it popular. It all first began by getting a little knowledge up here. It's called Harvest Time. Cloudy nights upon Bow Mountain, Alabama. I was stealing corn from Homer Lawson's field. The rattle of the corn stalks and the bark of Homer's hound dog made me hug the ground and lie there still. Flashing through my mind was big Homer's reputation, a man who really didn't give a damn. They say he shot old Mountain Joe for just 1 ear of corn, and laughed the day they laid him in the ground. And I can hear the breaking of the sticks from someone's footsteps, but shaky legs just can't get up and run. And as I lay there breathless, the next thing I expected was a blast of hell from Homer Lawson's gun. Clouds rolled by and then I saw the shadow of a lady. It was Homer's lovely daughter, Julianne. I smelled the perfume in her hair as she sat down beside me. Whispered, Papa's running moonshine again. I thank God for cloudy nights in Alabama's whiskey still, and harvest time in Homer Lawson's field. I thank God for cloudy nights in Alabama's whiskey still, and harvest time in Homer Lawson's field.
Do this for Dolly.
I saw you last night through the tears in my eyes. The dance floor was crowded and I realized the fun you were having as you danced by my way, while I was one teardrop and one step away. Just one teardrop and one step away. My heart will be broken till my dying day. Your eyes told a story of the price I must pay, while I was one teardrop and one step away. I know I will miss you, and my heart will never mend. If I can't be your sweetheart, can I still be your friend? Of you I'll be thinking every single day, while I am one teardrop and one step away. Just one teardrop and one step away. My heart will be broken till my dying day. Your eyes told a story of the price I must pay, while I was one teardrop and one step away. I thank y'all a bunch. Appreciate it. Yeah. The gospel music has been everybody's favorite over the years, and I had a chance to play some gospel music with the Easter Brothers. In fact, I had a chance to come to Cincinnati when I was just a youngster back in 1961 and record 8 sides with those fellas, work with them, and still admire the great music. We had the fortune to get in the studio in about 1987 and record some songs that we like to do and still like to sing. And Dempsey asked many years ago, would we sing Peace in the Valley? I said, well, don't think I can really sing it. He said, well, you never tried to, you know. So we got to working with it a little bit, got in the studio and recorded it, and it's become one of my favorite songs. And I hope you folks would remember the immortal redhead from Berea, Kentucky that introduced it, the great Red Foley, and Peace in the Valley. Well, I'm tired and so weary, but I must go along till the Lord comes and calls me away. Oh, yes. And the morning's so bright, and the Lamb is the light, and the night it is fair as the day. Oh, yes. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh, Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, troubles I see. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. Well, the bear will be gentle, and the wolf will be tame, and the lion shall lay down by the lamb. Oh, yes. And the beast from the wild will be led by a child, and I'll be changed from this creature that I am. Oh, yes. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh, Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, sorrow, troubles I see. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. Shall we gather at the river where bright angels' feet have trod, with this crystal tide forever flowing from the throne of God? Yes, we will gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Soon we'll reach the shining river, soon our pilgrimage will cease, soon our happy hearts will quiver with the melody of peace. Yes, we will gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. Yes, we will gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. I thank y'all a bunch. We've enjoyed the dickens out of picking and singing some songs, and it's just the beginning for us, because we want to visit with you out in the lobby and spend the whole entire evening, and then at the reception and the whole 9 yards. We're looking for. It's been a good time. We've enjoyed the dickens out of it. A couple of tunes we're going to leave you. This is one that
Alan,
we need to do
let's
for all the girls.
see if we can come back another time and we don't all have a cold.
Crap, a sun just come up.
Yeah, y'all look over us there. We've been outside in the bad weather. We come through some snow coming up here tonight, believe it or not. We came over the West Virginia Turnpike, and it's about 4 inches of snow on the ground there this afternoon. Come on with a little biscuits there,
Leftover biscuits, leftover ham, leftover gravy in an old frying pan, leftover coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all alone 'cause she's done left over me. Well, I asked my wife if I could go out with the boys, just a little party over at Jimmy Roy's. She said, yes, honey, why, you know that I don't care. What I didn't
Where's your
tell her,
battery?
it was a 3-day affair. You ain't got no flash. Leftover biscuits, leftover ham, leftover gravy in an old frying pan, leftover coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all alone 'cause she's done left over me. Then we went to a party over at my neighbor's home. Me and the neighbor's wife was in the kitchen all alone. She was making biscuits while I was making time, caught in the act by that little old wife of mine. Leftover biscuits, leftover ham, leftover gravy in an old frying pan, leftover coffee, leftover tea. Now I'm all alone 'cause she's done left over me. Now I'm all alone 'cause she's done left over me.
you all. Thank you very much. Good night.
That it, huh? Ain't that it, huh? Let's hear it from you. If you fellas want to take a bow or do another tune, don't matter to me, I know.
Now look here, you rascals, see what you done. You shot my husband with a live Johnson gun. I'm carrying you back to Washington. Well, he jumped on his horse, he tore down through Maine. Doc told his horse, got outrun this stinking buffalo.
Take two.
Washington.
Keep it off Linwood, it'll flash.
Well, McKinley hollered, McKinley squalled. Doc told McKinley, said, I can't find them all. You bound to die, Lord, you bound to die. Well, now here at Middletown, we sure had a good time. Gonna quit playing this music, go and drink me up some wine and get ready. Let's stay all night and have a good time. Thank y'all.
We had a good time. Hope y'all did. Merry Christmas. We love you. Congratulations, Paul.
All right. I guarantee we'll have a large time here after a while, all right? I know what them fellas had in that little cup. We spent, in the summer of '91 when we played at the folk festival up in Washington, D.C. We come back by Alan Mills' house and stayed about 3 days with him. Got acquainted with one of the neighbors named Joe Hall. And Joe, he cooks a little bit on the side. And he took us to where he was cooking, and man, we absolutely talk about getting your nose red. How y'all doing? I reckon so. Boy, I miss you all, you know that? I miss saying good morning to you at 6 o'clock every morning and knowing you is there. I ain't female. Them guys out there, you know what I mean? That's what's wrong, too. That's what's wrong right there. Can you imagine? Many pretty girls as they is. Many pretty women as they is. Ah, Lord, let's don't get started on that. Let me introduce you to this fella right here. In 1958, in the September 1958, I was still 22 and Ralph was 32. We went to Florida. You talk about plowing all the way to the fence. We marked every tree down there. Anyway, I want y'all to give this fellow a hand. He gets better with age, there ain't no doubt about it. And you talk about somebody that's got the real mournful mountain sound that has never been duplicated and never will. There's very few fellows trod where this fellow has trod. You all gave him a great big Middletown welcome and a nice hand for Dr. Ralph Stanley, the Cliff Mountain.